Hey, what's happening? This is Jared again, and it's good to see you. In this video, we're going to cover how to choose a smoking hot domain name. So a domain name is really important because a good domain name is going to help you get to the top of Google. If your domain name has the main keyword in it that you want to rank for, well, Google will show you love. It's going to give you a boost and going to help you soar to the top of their charts a lot quicker. So right now, I'm here on JV Notify Pro, and I just want to grab a good product to promote and then register a domain. Now, if I scroll down a little bit, I notice that one of the upcoming launches is from my buddy Adeel and Bobby Walker, and the product is Hyper FB Traffic. So what I'm going to do is just click this to check it out. Now this product looks beautiful, the offer sounds great, and I want to get paid big bucks for promoting this right during the launch. So this is where we want to register a domain name for it and get started. Now as a side note, I will tell you this, because this launch is coming up very soon, chances are that a lot of the really good domain names are probably already taken. But that's okay because we'll just get a little bit creative. Now, if I really wanted to get a super hot domain name before anybody else does, then what I'd do, as soon as I heard about a new product that was about to come out, then I would immediately jump on it and register a domain name before anyone else does. And that's why it really comes in handy to be on all the JV Notify lists, because you're going to find out about new products before anybody else. So if you scroll down here to the very bottom and you look at products that are coming out in October or November, then there's a great chance that a lot of the really good domain names are still available, because this is so far out there, a lot of people just aren't thinking about these products yet. But I don't know about you, but I really don't like the idea of just sitting around and waiting until November comes right now. So let's just stick with this one, the Hyper Facebook Traffic. So let's head over to GoDaddy and register a domain name. So I'm here at GoDaddy's page, and I'm noticing that they completely changed the site, like they always seem to do on me. The second I get used to it, they switch things up. Now, what I want to use is a feature called Express By. Now, this lets me search tons of domain names all at once, because I don't want to search them one at a time, because that kind of sucks, having to manually check to see if a domain name is available. You find out it's not, you got to go back, try it again, blah, blah, blah. Don't even bother with it. Use this feature called Express By. Now, normally there's a big button here for it, but since they changed the page, we got to get creative and find it. Let's click on domains. And let's go to bulk domain name registration. So I'm going to click on that. Aha. See right here, enter up to 500 domains, in a hurry, use Express By. We're in a hurry. So let's use Express By. Go ahead and click on this. This is what I'm looking for. You can just type in a whole bunch of domain name ideas and it'll check all of them at once for you. Now, I want to make this real clear. Don't get too caught up on trying to find the perfect domain name. I talked to so many people in the past and they'll spend all day trying to come up with the best website name. Really, it doesn't matter. Don't get caught up on it. There's a website out there called Fat Loss for Idiots with the number 4. Personally, I think that's a terrible website name. I would never use the number 4 in a domain name. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because they still made over, $30 million with that site. So the moral of the story is, don't worry about the site name. Even if you got a terrible one, who really cares about it? Now, in case you forgot, what we're really trying to do is register a domain name with the product keyword in it. So this product right here is called Hyper Facebook Traffic, Hyper FB Traffic. So what we want to do is register a domain name with Hyper FB Traffic in it if we can. But we're not always going to get our first choice. So here's some keywords that you can use in your domain name. The word the. So you can try using the Hyper Facebook Traffic or the attraction formula. Also the keyword review. So we can say hyper Facebook traffic review, hyper Facebook traffic reviews, hyper Facebook traffic bonus. Bonus is a great keyword. I use this one all the time. Hyper FB traffic exposed. Exposed is a great keyword you can try searching for. Revealed. Hyper FB traffic revealed. There's reviewed is a great keyword. Blog, I'll throw on the end of it so you can do hyper FB traffic blog. Also the year is another great one you can add on it if you're running out of options. You can say hyper FB traffic 2010 or 2011, all right? Or the keyword X, like you can do hyper Facebook traffic X.com. Now X is a cool letter. It's really small, so most people don't even notice it at the end of a domain. Now I've been throwing X on the end of just about everything for years, but I also noticed that one of the top super affiliates does it for all the product launches. So chances are he'll probably snatch up the X at the end before you do, but who knows? Give it a shot. You might be able to get it. Hyper Facebook traffic X.com. Secret's another great keyword. Hyper FB traffic secret. Now, if you can't register any of these, you can also try throwing hyphens in between it. So you can do hyper FB traffic like that, or we can do hyper FB traffic reviews. So feel free to throw hyphens in there. So right now I'm just going to use those keywords that I just told you. I'm going to come up with a ton of different domain names. Now, one thing I want to point out, you don't need to write the www.com, .net, or .org. Just write the keywords here. And then you click the box for .com, .net, and .org. All right? So hyper FB traffic X. The hyper FB traffic is another one. Hyper FB traffic bonus. I'm going to check for that one. Hyper FB traffic blog. I also can try hyphens in between that. Hyper FB traffic blog. Hyper FB traffic 2010. 2010. Hyper FB traffic secret. I think that's a great one. So here's a few different domain name ideas. And this is where I'll select .com, .net, .org. Now you can register .info. Personally, I stay away from them because most people see them as junk. But let's do a search. And check this out. I got 18 available domains that I can choose from. So this is where I'll just look through this and find the one that I like the most. Now, hyperfbtrafficblog.com, I think that's a great one. Also, the hyper FB traffic reviews with the hyphens in between it, this is great. So as you can see, I really don't spend a long time trying to pick the perfect one. I just grab one and run with it. So I'm going to choose hyperfbtrafficblog.com. I like that one. So now I'm just going to remove all the other ones because I don't want to buy all of these. So let's just remove them until we only have one of them left. So now let's proceed to checkout. And this is where we can just buy the domain. Now I will warn you in advance, GoDaddy has a habit of trying to sell you on tons of crap that you don't need. So be careful, double check, make sure you're not buying things that you don't need. Now they automatically try to register it for 2 years. I'm just going to go with 1. Registration type, public or private. Now this is debatable. I've had a lot of people tell me that you want to put your registration type to private because they're afraid of people finding out who they are. And then I've had other people tell me you definitely want to keep it on public because if you go private, Google doesn't like that because they assume that you have something to hide. You know, they're trying to figure out why aren't you being transparent? Why are you trying to hide your details? So that's just a rumor. I don't really know if it's true, but I'm just going to play it safe and leave my registration type public. So now I'm just going to go over here to continue to checkout. And if you're already a GoDaddy customer, go ahead and insert in your customer number and password. If not, go ahead and sign up for a new account down here and then continue to checkout. I'm already a member, so I'm just going to put in my info. And then I'm going to click login. So next, they're going to ask you how you want to pay for your domain. I'm just going to go with PayPal, so I'm going to click on that. And yes, I want to use my PayPal card on file. So I'm going to click yes. Then make sure all this stuff is correct. You may need to click to agree to their terms and services, then go down to place order now. Hooray! My domain is registered. And they should email you a copy of your info. So you might want to save that or print that out. So that's it for this video. We've now registered our domain.